for Universal News World Business and Technology television show, coming to you from the Santa Clara Convention Center, where the Indus Entrepreneurs Conference 2009 is taking place, and we are delighted to have Kamal Rekhi, the founder of TIE organization, here with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, this organization started by you and about 20 other people in
1992.
92.
And it was fall of 92 when we first met, and the idea was mooted that we should do something. And it took us 1 year to come up with the ideas. And then early in 94, we did a workshop for entrepreneurs at Fairmont in San Jose. That was our first Titan. 500 people showed up at that one. And so we thought we were in business after that one.
So what made you and the others to think about the organization? What was the reason for starting it?
Well, all these 20 people who met, they were all entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. And when we spent that 1 year in 93, disturbing each other and hearing each other's story, the one thing was in common, that we all had a very lonely time. There were nobody to talk to. There were no mentors, nobody to encourage us. Mm-hmm. And it was very tough. It was very hard, and we said it shouldn't be that hard for our people. We should provide them the encouragement. We should provide them the mentorship. Mm-hmm. And the TIE was formed, specifically to help younger entrepreneurs become entrepreneurs. And
okay.
Yeah.
And now you have TIE Conference 2009. There are about 4,000 people attending. It's one of the largest organization attendance-wise here. Can you talk about how your vision has come to life here?
Well, we never thought this big. When we started out TIE, we thought we'll help younger people in the valley. But the concept became very powerful, and by 97, 98, there were chapters forming in Southern California, in Boston, and in Delhi, in Bombay. Mm-hmm. So this chapter started to sort of mushroom all over, and this phenomena was sort of spread by itself. We never pushed it. It's not for profit, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so it's a lot of effort. But now we have 53 chapters worldwide. A chapter formed in Tokyo recently, and of course, chapter in London, chapters in Melbourne, Sydney. There are chapters all over. 3 chapters in Pakistan. Oh, okay. Chapter in Lahore. It was formed in 2001. Mm-hmm. Chapter in Karachi was formed in 2001. A chapter in Islamabad formed last year. Okay. And so you can see and there may be over 20 chapters in India. This phenomena of wealth creation, entrepreneurship, mm-hmm. is very powerful phenomena. Mm-hmm. And it's at the heart of this new emerge in India, new emerge in South Asia, mm-hmm. Where the notion of entrepreneurship to create wealth, to mm-hmm. eliminate poverty, is very is well accepted now.
So from the initial need that you saw for this organization, has the things have changed anything, or is the same need right now?
I think the needs have, the initial need is not there anymore, because the Indians who were not seen as entrepreneurs back then are seen as entrepreneurs now by broader community. And the notion of Indians becoming an entrepreneur is not a foreign idea anymore. And the success of Indian entrepreneurship in the valley here is very impressive, right? 1/3 of the startups are done by Indians now. So the notion is now, how do we scale up, especially in that part of the world, India, Pakistan, because the problems are over there. The poverty problems are over there. How do you get entrepreneurship going on a massive scale to create wealth, jobs, mm-hmm. So we can tackle the fundamental problem of poverty and backwardness. Mm-hmm. So I think the need is there, but in a different fashion. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, recently India has elections, and I heard that Congress Party has won. Do you see any governmental impact on the entrepreneurship coming from the next new government?
Well, the more important thing, if you look at the election, was the Communist Party was wiped out in Bengal and in Kerala. Mm-hmm. So they were the ones who were applying brakes on India's growth, India's development. And hopefully, once they have been wiped out, the Indian liberalization process can move forward, mm-hmm. and the growth rate can be brought up to 9-10%, which is what they need to do. And the Congress Party's win is huge, because it will provide a stable setup. See, when you have a coalition of 14, 15, 20 parties, the smallest guy can have a massive influence, because he threatens to pull out. I think most of that thing is going to be behind us now.
Mm-hmm. So going forward, India has slowed down a little bit in terms of business opportunities and growth. What do you see the future of India?
Well, India slowed down but didn't reverse into in US, the economy went into negative, right? In Japan, it's 10% minus. So India's 5-6% growth is very impressive as compared to that one. I think now that election is behind us, the uncertainty is behind us, you will see a very rapid increase in growth rate, very rapid increase in economic activity in India. I expect it to be reaching 9-10% by the end of the year.
Now, as a board member of the Indus Entrepreneur, what do you see the organizations going forward, future-wise?
I think this is a organization which is unique in that it focuses on entrepreneurship, wealth creation, and until such time, the India is very prosperous and rich. This will have a more and more, dynamism, more and more role to play. And so I expect TIE to do very, very well, in next 15-20 years.
Well, Mr. Kamareki, thank you for talking to us. Appreciate it. Farooq Khan here at TIE Conference 2009 at Santa Clara Convention Center, and I'm joined here by Mateen Syed, who's the chair of the TIE 50 2009, the first time that this has been introduced to the TIE Conference. So can you, Mateen, share with our audience what is TIE 50?
So we have been running this conference, TIECon, which is the largest in the world for entrepreneurs. And for the first time, we instituted these prestigious awards called TIE 50, is selecting the top 50 emerging companies from around the world in 5 technology segments, which is consumer web, internet infrastructure, and then software, wireless, and clean tech. And we had about 1,200 companies nominated from around the globe. Then we had 40 judges who are among the prominent entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, industry captains, and domain experts. We had 150 finalists, and 50,000 people voted to pick the winners. So we had a collected weighted average of judging, screening, and polling to come up with the top 50.
And they come from all over the world, you said. What was the main criteria for even applying to that group?
Well, we left the criteria loose. We said, if you think you're a hot emerging entrepreneur who runs a great startup, nominate your company. We look at the business model, we look at the team, we look at the space you're in, and then obviously we had, like I said, a huge panel of judges who reviewed the company, screened it, and then finally people voted for that.
And that was yesterday's, there was a competition yesterday?
No, so the competition has been running for close to 4 months now. It's a huge process. But finally, when we had the top 50, then we gave the awards on Thursday evening. But they're also speaking during the conference. So this year we have 5 verticals, which are currently the ones I mentioned to you before. So after the verticals, we let these top 50 winners come and represent their companies, talk about their companies for 6 minutes each on each of these days. Additionally, they get to come and sit a new program that we started also this year, which is Power Connect. It's a very exclusive, paid for, closed-door networking lunch session. So they get to represent the companies on that panel as well. And then, obviously, they are part of now the TIE's huge ecosystem. And, so TIE is all about nurturing entrepreneurs and fostering entrepreneurship globally. So we encourage these companies to come into our network so we can give them a better platform.
Now, after the winners have been introduced to the audience here, do they also get to meet with any investors or any customers that they can tap into through your organization?
Oh, absolutely. I think that is the objective. The objective is to provide a platform for these entrepreneurs and the emerging companies. And because we have a huge network of top-tier venture capitalists, and entrepreneurs and mentors. So TIE believes in mentoring entrepreneurs, of giving back to the community. And when it was started 16 years ago, the first conference had a couple of 100 people. Now we have 53 chapters, 12 countries, growing tremendously. And there's no better platform than TIE, I think, for emerging entrepreneurs to come to.
And for those companies who miss this opportunity and they're just finding out from our TV show, for the next years, how do they take part in that competition?
There's always a next year, and we hope to come back bigger and better. This was the first year, and we had an overwhelming response from these companies. And I'm sure people are waiting in line to make sure when we open the doors for the next year's competition, which will be TIECon 2010.